From the 25 on second down. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. And that takes them to third down.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
They'll throw on third and long. Finds his man, Downs. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. And that play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. They'll touch him down a couple of yards away from that marker.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
They'll throw again. Richardson has it in close. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Here's an option play right side. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Colts take the lead right away in half number 2. It's an Anthony Richardson touchdown. Well, we all knew somebody was running with it there, and when the defender started flowing towards the back, he made the right call that he would be the one to run it in.
Yeah, he sure did. I think if he hands that off, this play does not end in a touchdown, but in a collision for his running back.
Yeah.
So not only is that running back thanking his quarterback, the rest of the guys are celebrating for that decision.
Now the Colts leaving the offense out there. They're going to try for 2. They send him straight up the middle. Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails. Well, I know we normally look for where the breakdown occurred here, partner, but I think he just made a really good play defensively to get back there.
Yeah, you're not just thinking. He absolutely did it. That defender was reacting. Go shoot your shot. And that is teaching tape for that.
The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Dameon Pierce now to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Out now come the Texans on offense. They find themselves trailing after the opening drive touchdown, and heck, it really set up to be an entertaining second half if they're able to answer here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Stroud off the play fake. Collins there to grab it. Keeps on moving into the red zone. He goes the distance. Touchdown, Houston! The Texans grab the lead on their first series of the half. Nico Collins with the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
So now the Texans decide not to pull the offense. They're not kicking. They're going for 2. He's throwing for it. Chased out to his right. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Well, no harm in going for it there, Brock. Wanted to make it a field goal game, but their advantage instead stays at 1.
Yeah, that data book tells you it's the right call to make because we're here in the second half. Leading by 2 instead of just 1 doesn't make much of a difference either way. You still now trail with an opposing field goal, and that's what they've got to defend against right now.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Has this at the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Colts have running back Jonathan Taylor headed out with the rest of the offense. And his performance has ailed against what has been a very stout defensive front. This hasn't been a contest to stack up there among his better showings, partner. They've made it real difficult to find any holes to hit, and there's been absolutely no space for him to work with. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Richardson now. That's complete to Pittman. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line as he's Alshire that time on the tackle. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. This is reeled in by Pittman. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Taylor now up the middle. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the 1st down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Richardson now on 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
The ultimate team sport still has so many times games within the game, individual battles, and right now, they don't have an answer for this guy. It may be time to turn the line to Chip to find some way to protect the quarterback.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Another try following the sack. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
On target to his man Taylor. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Colts going to kick this away now on 4th, and it's Rigoberto Sanchez on for the punt. And this hit to the 4 before taking a bounce into the end zone. That's a touchback. The Texans and wide receiver Nico Collins ready to go once again. And he has kept his pace up in the second half. His quarterback more than happy to keep throwing it his way, considering what he's been able to do with his looks all game. They're out and set, 1st and 10. On play action, here's Stroud. Looking right, and he finds him. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Now he'll throw off the play fake. That one falls incomplete and brings us to the end of this 3rd quarter. Only 1 quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the 3rd. It's the Texans in possession of it, needing to preserve that lead over 1 final quarter. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Pass complete to Mechie. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Texans going to kick this away on 4th, and it's Tommy Townsend on for the punt. And we'll see what kind of first impression he makes tonight. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. He's got it at the 24. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Colts and Anthony Richardson headed back onto the field. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Off the play fake, here's Richardson. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to keep it this time.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Escapes, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. But the problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers, and they got one right there with that sack.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Bails out of the pocket quick. Oh, he's going to run for it! And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They got 24 yards on the play. And it's good for Indianapolis, 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
1st and 10 from the 41. Now Richardson to throw. Finds him over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You train a little bit of speed, sure, but you sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the gun, Taylor. And this one doesn't go far. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down. They go again with Taylor. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
There wasn't a lot there for him, but he did what he needed to do. Go get that 1st down. Picked up the short gain, didn't risk a big loss. Looking for a bigger lane elsewhere.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Richardson. He's got Pierce. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 21. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the 1st.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the 1st down.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Warren's got it, complete. And they get this down to the 7-yard line.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. From the gun, here's Herbert. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. They get 2 on the play, and now they've got 1st and goal.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Richardson. He's on the move. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
Well, partner, I think this defense had enough. This QB has been getting out of the pocket and doing damage with his legs, but not this time. Great pursuit, great effort, and they're able to wrap him up for the sack.
Now from the 6 after that last play. Here's 2nd and goal. To throw, Richardson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now they're left with 3rd and goal. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game.
And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts take a 4th quarter lead. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
Sending him up the middle. And he's almost there, but no! They stop him at the last moment. Wow, he's going to be just inches shy of that 2-point conversion. The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Barrios now to return it. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Houston offense out and ready to set up shop. They find themselves down here in the fourth after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun now, first round. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
You know, I often say there is a fine line between aggressiveness and carelessness. And when you throw into double coverage, well, it can go either way. That time, a tremendous catch by his receiver on the other end.
We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Indy. Texans facing a 5-point deficit. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. From the 39. Connects with Mechie. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. That's a pickup of 9. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Couldn't bring it in over the middle, incomplete. He was trying to find Christian Kirk there. And it sets up 2nd down.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Setting up to pass. On target to his back, Joe Mixon. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Looking to throw it. Escapes the pocket. And Willie, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. And the defense comes through. 4th down, that much tougher.
We've learned how valuable sacks in a pass rush are in today's NFL. It's a bit surprising, isn't it, Kate, that that's their 1st sack of the game, but they found other ways to produce success on both sides of the ball. And they finally pick up a much-needed sack on that stat sheet.
And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. And they get the stop. This is going to be a turnover on down. So now their opponent's final chance coming up.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Now the Indianapolis offense heading out. That defensive stand might have been the final effort needed to seal away the victory, Brock, but can't quite take off the pads just yet. Offense has to finish this one out.
Yeah, a few things here, Kate, to keep in mind, right? You got to slow the game down as a quarterback. Take every second off the clock. If you're handling the ball, you guard it with your life, and you make sure your defense doesn't come on the field again. They just did their job. Now you got to do yours.
Straight ahead with Taylor. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their 1st. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Down to a knee, and we're going to see if that defense chooses to expend one of its final 2 timeouts. Houston calls it 2nd timeout. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. Back into that favorite formation they go, Brock, forcing those guys to burn a timeout. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee. The defense takes its third and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. After one final kneel down, partner, and this should do it. They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
The Colts ready for the punt. And he's getting the call for the second time this game. So this one sails over the sideline, and they'll spot it where a touchback would go at the 20-yard line. So the Colts pick up the win in this one. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with the victory. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner, Brock Heward, and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Indy.
Alright guys, it's only going to be 2 videos today. And I just want to say I thank you guys so much for the 51 subscribers. And I appreciate you guys. I love y'all so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Make sure you guys be grateful, be humble. Be grateful for everything that you get, no matter what it is. Make sure you be humble, be respectful, love your parents, go to school, do exactly what you got to do. Don't drop out, go to college, chase your dreams, because everybody can do it. 51 subscribers, 51 of people that are subscribed to my channel, believes in me, believes that I can do it, believe that where we was at last year, the year before that, the year before that, and the year before that. I appreciate you guys sticking with me from the whole journey into now. This is just the beginning. And yes, I know that college football 26 is out. Don't worry about it, because guess what? We're going to be on Madden still. And I'm not going to be on college football 26 anytime soon. So, yeah. So I'm not really worried about that. A lot of people haven't really been talking about that game like that, like there was college football 25. I mean, it is what it is. And I heard that there's a little bit of competition. I don't think it's competition, but people were trying to say that me and another YouTuber named GLA, I think I'm saying that right. They said that we got the same content or whatever, that we're doing the same content. Yeah, I know the guy. I watched some of his videos, but they didn't, you know, I'm not copying, like nobody's copying nobody's stuff. Like he's not copying mine, I'm not copying his. So I got that from Instagram. People have been saying that a lot, that, you know, I'm the next him or whatever. I'm not going to be the next him. I'm going to be the new Jolly Good. You see what I'm saying? Like I'm the next Jolly Good. That's who I am. I'm not gonna be no next YouTuber. You know, there's nothing wrong with people. There's nothing wrong with you getting inspired by people, but I'm not gonna be the next him. I'm gonna be the next me. See what I'm saying? I'm gonna be the first Jolly Good. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, I had to clear that, you know, out. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Make sure you guys subscribe, hit the like button, comment on the video if you want to. I will respond to each and every one of y'all comments. We are family over here. I love y'all. See y'all tomorrow. And good night. Love, love, love. Jolly Good out.